Crochet Love, and welcome to episode 56. If you are new to my channel, welcome. It's lovely to have you stop by and see what I'm up to. And if you are returning, of course, it's always lovely to have you stop by and visit with me. So I think I've actually done good. I think it's been 2 weeks since I was last on here. Not 100% sure, but I think it has. And I've actually had a few things I want to talk about. There's actually something I forgot on my kitchen table. Let me just go grab it real quick. My kitchen table's not far, so I'm just gonna run and grab it. I knew I was forgetting something. So yeah, I've been kind of busy. A few things kind of changed for a little while. My doctor has taken me off work for a couple months. I was getting very, very overwhelmed and was not looking after myself as good as I should be. If you've been with me for a while, you would have known that I've been going through a lot the past few months, so my doctor just said it was time to take a good break. So I'm off work for till June, I believe. And I'm gonna really focus on me and making choices that make me happier. I've only been off for a week and it's been a really rough week. Thinking about the future scares me. So it's been rough, but my husband's been amazing. He pretty much tells me I just got to do what makes me happy. So this past week it's been a lot of crafting. The past couple weeks have been. So yeah, that's where I'm at for that. But might go into that a little bit more after. But for now we'll get into the yarny stuff. As you can see, I'm wearing my crimson cardigan again. Or not my crimson cardigan. That's one of my works in progress. This is my seafoam cardigan, so it's just a little sleeveless cardigan, really easy to make. I think I wore it on my last episode, but I really like it. It's so easy to make, and yeah, I just really like it. I can link down to it below if I remember. And I actually have a finished object that I forgot to show you in my last episode. So I have that one I will talk about first, and it is just a big floppy basket. So it's decent size, round bottom, and it does have sparkle in it, but you can't really see it. So I used Bernat Mega Bulky Sparkle. I don't have a tag for it. I saved it and then I'm pretty sure I threw it out. So and I used a 15mm hook to crochet this. It didn't take me very long. I just had to keep stopping because working with a big hook and big yarn like that always seems like it's going to be really easy, but it's so much more work with your arms. So yeah, I made this big basket. So I made this for some clothes, because I have some clothes from some boutiques that have to be washed a different way than a lot of my normal clothes. So when they're dirty, I just put them in here. So that way my husband doesn't accidentally wash them with our regular laundry, because I don't need them shrinking or stretching or whatever. So I made a big basket and it was fun, but yeah, my arm hurt a lot after that. So that was actually a finished object a couple weeks ago. So, and a couple more finished objects. You can probably see my earrings. So last time I had bought a bunch of cotton thread and yarn to make earrings, so I made a couple. So I made these. Here, I'll take this one out instead of putting my face in the camera. So I made some watermelon slices. So these are like a prototype. I didn't use a pattern for them, but they're really cute, and I just used fabric paint to do the seeds. I don't normally wear earrings, and my ears are kind of sore from them, but one thing I like about these is they're nice and light, so they don't pull down on your ears, and I just think they'll be really cute in the summer, like wearing them with a dress or just, I don't know, it'll just be cute. And I also made watermelon slices like this. I'll talk about the yarn I used for them. So this one, I kind of made it so it was 2 big pieces. I think I prefer the triangle ones, but I still like these. So for these ones, I used, sorry, I'll just take out one ball. So I had to take the label off because I couldn't pull from the center. So they're just these little baby balls. They're 25 grams, and it's the Sheep Jizz Katona, not sure how you pronounce it. It's that, doesn't have a colorway name. It's 100% mercerized cotton, I believe. Yeah. And there's 62.5 meters in each ball. So I have this pink, and then I have the light, it's almost like a really light pink, and then the green. And I think I also bought a gray one because I had other ideas, but so that's what I used for these. I really like them. I got a lot of good feedback on them too. And then I also have this one, which is Rico Design Essentials Crochet. So this is like a really thin one. Sorry about the lighting, I'm upstairs again. So it's really thin. This is light yellow. So again, I didn't use, well, I kind of used a pattern. It's just I did a little granny square. And then I went around with, I think, a single crochet. And I really like these ones. I wasn't sure how I'd feel about little granny squares, but I think they're so cute. And then I was thinking, well, it was actually my mom's idea to put a little pearl in the middle. So she brought me some beads because we don't have anywhere we can buy beads right now, which I will maybe touch on after. So she brought me some that she had. Yeah, just little granny squares. They're super cute. So I've been playing with different designs. I looked on Ravelry and Pinterest and stuff, but I couldn't find any that I really liked. So a friend of mine said that she thinks it'd be cute to do flowers. So I was playing around with the idea of flowers. And I had one, but I think I might have, there it is. It's not a finished object, it's just a thing I was playing around with. So I kind of came up with this. So this is just a little thing. So the petals are kind of wonky, so I have to play around with it a little more. But I think it's really cute. And the one way I did it almost looked like a butterfly too. Like if I removed that, it would almost be like a butterfly. So yeah, just playing around with it. I don't do a lot of that because the thread is so small and you have to use a tiny hook. I think for these I used a 1.75, might have been a 2mm. I think these ones might have been a 2mm. These ones I think I used a 1.75 crochet hook. So that's a little hook. Just gonna close some things on my laptop. So yeah, that's it for Yarny finished objects. I have a couple works in progress. I also have a finished painting. I know not everyone really cares about the paintings, but I only have one this time. So, and I like this one that I did. And I have some clay things that I actually just finished yesterday. So I will share those too. They're crochet hooks. So just trying to get organized. So I will share with you my works in progress. So I'll first talk about, drop my painting. Let me just grab that. Probably gonna be full of cat hair now. First I'll talk about my crimson cardigan, which I already mentioned by accident, but just trying to get organized here, sorry guys. So I didn't do a whole lot of progress on it, so I'll pull up a picture. It's on my iPad, I just followed it on my iPad. So that's the crimson cardigan. It's super cute. not super far on it, but it's by Yay for Yarn. I'll try to link to it down below. And I've actually joined it now, so it's actually kind of looking like it could be a cardigan. I haven't done a whole lot since I last talked to you. But this is it so far. So you can see I joined under the arms, and I just got to keep going back and forth for a while, and then there's some ribbing and stuff. Hope I have enough yarn. I'm using Red Heart Comfort, which isn't the softest, but I'm hoping once it washes it'll be a little bit softer. I kind of just wanted this to put on like when I'm cold in the house or whatever, so yeah, I really like it. It's mindless, but it's also not completely mindless. Like, it's 2 alternating stitches, so you still have to think a little bit, and I like the way it looks, so I like it so far. But I haven't done a whole lot of work on it, and it looks kind of big. So I'd mentioned before I tried to gauge swatch, and no matter what I did, the gauge was off. I think it might just be because I'm using thicker, the yarn's a little bit thicker than what called for. I think in the pattern she uses Lion Brand jeans. Rocky's staring at me. But so I think it's a little thicker, so I couldn't get my gauge on right, so I just ended up going for it. And if it's a little big, whatever. And if I run out of yarn, then I'll figure something out. I'm sure I could probably get this yarn again. It's just the dye lots might be different, but I think I should have enough, but we'll see. So that's my one work in progress, and I've been using one of my crochet hooks that I did, and I really like it. Like this one, the thumb grip's a little wonky, but I still really like it. It's not overly heavy, and the hook itself is actually pretty decent for just being a cheap Amazon thing. And I've just been keeping it in the bag that the yarn came in because it's easiest. Ooh, the sun is shining now. It's beautiful. It's just still cold out. Ooh, I feel like my brain's like everywhere today, which has been a big problem lately. Rocky. I don't know what he's doing. He's a pain in the butt. Love him, but... Okay, so my second work in progress is something I pretty much said I wouldn't make anymore, but it's something that I started on a day where I was having a bad day. Didn't want to work on anything where I particularly had to think, like the cardigan, because at that point I was still doing the increases for the size, and I didn't want to have to think. So I started a corner to corner scrap blanket, and I'm having so much fun with it. I'm not very far, but so I took all my scraps. Some of them were smaller than others, and I just sat upstairs the one day and wound up a bunch of cakes. So you can see there's a few colors in here, and I've used some already. This one I already had. This one I used a bunch of. This one I haven't used anything from it yet. This one I've used a little bit, and this one, which I've used some. So I'm just trying to get organized now. Okay, we're good. So I just sat here and wound them up the one day, and then my intention was I was just gonna, like, say with this one I was gonna go till I ran out of this color, and then I was gonna use each cake fully and then add another one. But some of the color changes were a lot longer than others. Like this gray part, there's a lot of the gray. So I'll just go until I get bored with the color, unless it's really close to being the end of that color. So I'll go, and then if I'm bored, I switch. So I am just doing the magic knot for this. I know not a lot of people recommend that. but it's just a scrap blanket, and it's more for a repetitive thing for my mental health than anything. Rocky's at my feet again. Rocky, go lay down. He's scratching my leg. Okay. And this is what I have so far. It's gonna be kind of hard to show. So this is it so far. I'm really liking it. It's not huge yet, so my plan is to go until it's the width that I want, and then I'm going to start making it more of a rectangle. Because you can do square, I just like a rectangle, that way it can cover my legs and my upper body when I'm sitting in my chair. So it's so much fun. So I had seen Ella from No Catchy Name was doing it. She was doing one back at like Christmas time. And then Debbie, the Canadian Crocheter, does them all the time, and I always love the look of them. So I was like, you know what, I got a lot of little scrap balls of worsted weight especially. Let's just make cakes, and that way, and then even if I'm not, sorry, dog hair. If I'm not at the size that I want, if I run out of scraps this way, I know I'm going to get more scraps down the road. So even if this is a long-term project, it's just fun, and it's mindless, but it keeps my interest still because I do the color changes. So I'm mostly using acrylic. There's a couple that I put in here that I realized weren't acrylic. So like this orange one here is actually, there's a percentage of alpaca in it, and then this one, which is actually one that I hand dyed, is Patton's Classic Wool. So I'll just have to make sure when I wash it in cold water and I don't put it in the dryer. So, but that's okay. I'm fine with that, especially in the summer. I can let it dry outside. It'll have that nice outside smell. So yeah, I love it so far. I'm having a lot of fun. My husband liked it too. So I'm trying to make it a decent size. Because the one blanket I have up here right now, which I've never actually shown you guys finished, year before last I was doing it where I crocheted a square a month, and I would record a tutorial and upload it, and I was going to do borders on all of them, but I didn't. I just ended up sewing them all together, and it's been on my couch, and honestly you probably don't want to see what it looks like right now because my dogs love that blanket. They don't play in it, but they nest in it, so they'll dig in it. I'm surprised there's not more parts that have come apart. I've only had to sew up one piece so far, and it was literally just the seam that I did. So it's kind of a mess. I'll have to bring it up one day and show you, just so I can show you what I did. I just sewed it with white, and it's not very big at all. The squares were 12 inches each, so it's enough to drape on my lap comfortably, and I have used it to take a nap on the couch once in a while, but it's not enough to like cuddle with my husband under or whatever. So yeah, but whatever, my dogs love it. So that's it for works in progress as well. I always look behind me in case I'm forgetting something. Those are my active ones anyways. I have a knitting one that I haven't worked on in like a month or two. So anyways, so that's it for crochet yarny stuff. I'll quickly show you my painting. So this was, I think it was a day last week when I was having a bad day. I think it was, I don't remember the day exactly. But I wanted to paint something. Didn't have any inspiration. I spent a few hours on Pinterest looking up inspiration. Couldn't think of anything. But one thing I did see were some paintings of animals, but using different colors. So there's like a rainbow lion, a rainbow cat, and stuff like that. So I was like, well, what if I took a picture of one of my cats? Because I've done the portraits of my dogs, which are back here. Why don't I take a picture of one of my cats and make it in a different color. So I went with my cat Minu. Her normal colors are gray and white, so I went with different shades of blue, and I did a metallic background because I just needed some color in my life. It was a gloomy day, I'm pretty sure, and I just needed color, so I did this. Oop, I'll put it over here. Oh, the light's kind of blowing it out, the sun. Ooh, you can see the shadow from my camera. But yeah, this is it. I'll put it right here. And right away my husband, so she kind of does this squinty thing. So that was one thing I found, like even painting my mom's dog, her dog often squints like this, and so does my cat. When you take a picture of her especially, she squints with one eye, or she's almost like winking at you. So that's why the eyes kind of look like that. That's exactly what they look like in the picture. And as soon as my husband saw it, he knew what cat it was. It was just the colors that were different. She's actually right here. Let me see if I can grab her and show you. Come here. So this is who it's based off of. My cat Minu. You can kind of see it, right? She's not happy right now. Oh, she's so sweet. Oh, love my girl. Okay. Ooh, she just leaped out of my arms. So, yeah, it was fun though, and I still got the texture of the hair in. It's just I used different colors. The eyes I tried to keep as close as possible because I love her eyes, but it was really hard to get that really light green color, so I did the best I could. Yeah, that's my painting of my Minu. And just trying to... So the only other crafty thing I've done is some more crochet hooks with polymer clay. I'm really enjoying doing it. I actually sat down the one night and finished them completely. So I used all the hooks that I had from that Amazon order. So last time I had shown you these ones before I put the polyurethane on. So this is it with the gloss. You can really see it in the sun. So this is a 6mm, and this one I actually made for my grandmother. So I have the thumb grip. So I will probably drop that to her maybe for Mother's Day. And this one I used some of that like silver leaf, like I don't know what you call it. I still never figured it out. And it's a little rough, but it's a learning process for me. But I like it. I really like the colors. And then this one I'm pretty happy with. I just noticed that the gloss coat I put on it, the one spot kind of, because it was the way it was hanging, it kind of dripped down. So it's there's like a little drip there, but whatever, it's just for fun. So this one I just did a solid color, and then I added like vines with little flowers. I really like how this one came out. I think it's cute. And I don't know if the flowers would be irritating or not, but I don't know, I think they'd be okay because your fingers kind of sit, depending how you hold your hook. If you hold it like a pencil, it would be totally fine. But yeah, be something to play with. This is a 4.5mm. So those were the two I had started last week, and last time I was on here, and I just finished them because I didn't want to put gloss on them until I had a decent amount to put gloss on. So I also did, so I had a 2.5 and a 2mm hook. So I did little handles. I really like this one. It's a pink. It's kind of zebra-like. So with these ones, I just wanted to see what the little handle would be like. And I think it'll actually help. But we'll see. I'll have to play around with it. But yeah, there's the pink and black. So this is the 2.5. So these ones I had to write on the side. And this is the 2mm, which is, the handle's actually a little bit bigger than the pink one. It's kind of lumpy. This is a 2. I had to write the 2 there. And I actually just used a really fine tip permanent marker and wrote on it before I put the gloss on. So there's that one. I really like it. I gotta take pictures for my Instagram and stuff still. I just finished, like I said, I just finished these last night, so there's those 2. And then I made this one. This one's really kind of wacky. I was just having fun. This is a 6.5 millimeter. And this is it. I'm holding it over here because the sun's kind of blowing it out. So I just took different colors and wrapped it around. So I did this part first with the thumb grip. And then I took the yellow and I wrapped it around. Then I added the blue, wrapped it around. Added the purple, wrapped it around. Then I kind of rolled it a little bit just to kind of flatten it a teeny tiny bit. And then I added I added sparkles to white and to here just to kind of cap it so it was more cohesive. I don't know, it was fun. This one you can kind of see the color, can't really see it on camera, but you can kind of see the color of the glaze just because I didn't do it thin enough. But like I said, it's a learning process, but it's a lot of fun. 6.5 millimeter. So, and I don't think it would be too annoying to work with. I'd have to try it and see. Or someone will have to try it and see. And then, so I had a 7 millimeter, an 8 millimeter, and a 9 millimeter. And I had done a 10 millimeter one before, and I found it hard to cover the whole hook because you need to use a lot of clay to do that for the big ones. So I ended up just covering the bottom. So the thumb grip is still visible with the size. So I just covered the bottom half because I think I'd seen the Susan Bates hooks. You can get the Susan Bates bamboo hooks like that, and the thumb grip is uncovered. So I was like, well, you know what, I'll see, because they are bigger hooks anyway, and I like the feeling of them. And even if with the pencil grip, it would probably be okay. But I like the feel of it in my hand. So for bigger hooks, I'd probably do it that way from now on. And then I don't have to put the number on it either. So this is the 8 millimeter. I don't know if you've noticed, I try to coordinate the colors of the polymer clay to the hook. So, or at least one of the colors in it. Like this one, the hook's purple, so I added some purple colors. So this is the 8 millimeter. This is the 7 millimeter. So again, I just wrapped it around the hook, and then I had extra purple, so I just wrapped it around. And this one actually has a dog or a cat hair that got in it when I was putting the gloss on it, so it looks kind of funny, but I like it still. Kind of like it reminds me of like a kind of candy, like you know those marshmallow things you can get in this like twisted marshmallows? I don't know, that's what it kind of reminds me of. So this is 7. And then this one is like my favorite, even though I didn't notice till last night that it's pretty lumpy. But I don't think it'll be a problem because of where the lumps are. And this is a 9 millimeter. I don't know why I like this one so much, but I really do. It reminds me of like taking like Starburst candies or something and just putting them on a hook. And I did try to do like watermelon colors. I like the watermelon colors lately. So I used the watermelon inspired colors. And I really like it. I'm happy with how it turned out. And the lumps are here. I don't know if you can see. It's kind of lumpy here. But because of how I hold it, it'll be fine. If someone's a knife holder like that, it would be fine. So, yeah, those are all my new polymer clay hooks. I don't have any more hooks, so I might order more. I might just see if I have any in my stash to make some handles. I'm also running out of some of the main colors for polymer clay, so I'll have to order more if I feel like it. But yeah, I like it. I'm really enjoying working with the clay too, because the one night we were watching a movie, I didn't feel like crocheting, so I just had a cutting board. I use a wooden cutting board and I sit it on my lap and I play with the clay. So, whoop, almost dropped one. So yeah, that's my hooks. So I don't know if I'll be using all of them, but we'll see. And who knows, maybe someday I'll want to sell them. I don't know. But yeah, that's all the crafty stuff I've been up to. One of my goals for while I'm home is to not only work on my mental health, but work on my physical health. I have some things going on that I think would benefit a lot from exercise and eating better, although my husband and I, we don't eat that bad. So I'm hoping the weather gets nice so I can start going for more walks and bike rides and stuff. I was looking, I said walks, so I was making sure the dogs didn't wake up. They didn't. But yeah, I'm hoping the weather gets nice. It's nice and sunny, but it's pretty cold. And I've been doing physiotherapy on my shoulder because I've been having problems with my shoulder, and I've noticed the pains kind of move down my back more. So my physiotherapist actually said it might be something more to do with around my spine or whatever. So we're gonna work on that too. So I've been going every week, so we'll see. And I've been doing exercises for that at home. But yeah, there's just really trying to focus on myself. I am really bad for not worrying about myself. I'm very much the kind of person who would do everything I possibly can to make someone else happy, and even if that means sacrificing my own happiness. So that's why at work I was doing that. I was doing exactly that. I was letting people kind of take advantage of me being a nice person, and it got the best of me. So I just need a break away from work, a good break to regroup and continue working on my mental health and my physical health, which I know is going to be tough, especially right now because I live in Ontario. If you are also from Ontario, you know that we are in a stay-at-home order, and so I can't go visit my family, which has been the hardest part because my family, especially my mom and dad, I always get emotional when I talk about them. They've been the ones that have, when my husband's not home, if I'm having a hard day, I go to see my parents, and I can't do that right now. So that's been rough. But whenever I'm feeling kind of like this, I basically just call my mom, and it helps a bit, but it's a lot better being able to see their face, especially, and I also miss my nephews and stuff. So it's rough, but we gotta do what we gotta do, right? And I understand. Yeah. So that hasn't been helping, having to stay home, being on doctor's ordered medical leave, and not being able to go do some of the things I like doing. So thankfully I have my husband. I've been talking to my parents on the phone quite often. And my nephew will video chat me sometimes, so they're doing virtual school. So there's been a couple times where after he's done school, he'll be like, hey, you want to video chat? And usually we do it on Facebook, and all he does is play with the filters the whole time, but I don't really care. He's cute. So, but my baby nephew can't do that, so we will see. I just gotta take it day by day and focus on me more than I normally do. Anyways, I will stop rambling and go do something. I got a lot of work to do at the house. It's laundry day. Woohoo! Anyways, yeah, so hopefully I'll be back in a couple weeks, but we'll see. I'm not gonna force myself especially if I don't have anything to show. So yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Bye guys.